Good morning, everyone from warm Canada. Not entire of Canada, this part of Canada where we are located in Toronto. It's warm here, 25 degrees or so, and it's going to be a heat wave warning. Just imagine heat wave warning in Toronto. So, without further ado, we are going to jump right into your question and answer. For those who are new here, my name is Amir Ismail, and I'm a licensed citizenship and immigration representative based in Toronto. And my company, Amir Ismail and Associates, assist clients in their immigration and temporary residence applications. We've been doing that for the last 30 years or so, and we are happy that we are here to answer your questions. So, thank you very much once again for joining us, and we'll acknowledge people who are with us today very, very quickly, and then we'll jump right into your question and answers. So let's see who is with us today. We have people joining us from LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So let's see. I'll acknowledge people, and I'll start answering question afterwards. Okay. So we have Sheikh Muhammad Waliullah Alam joining us. Thank you. Dawood is joining us from Facebook. Mohammed Haroon. So just let me know very quickly where are you guys joining us from, so we'll have an idea about your locations. Farah, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Haroon, it is amazing. Yeah, so it's a privilege having summer here in Canada. So we have someone with my name, Amir Ismail. Thank you for joining us, Amir. Okay, and we have Bahar Ali joining us. Ibn Amin has joined us. Thank you very much. Asif Ali Khan. So I'm going to address this question, Asif. Just hang in there. I'm just going to quickly acknowledge everyone because I love people joining us from all over the world. So just quickly acknowledge them, and then we jump right into answering the question. Umar has joined us. Thank you, Umar. Shazad has joined us. Someone can't recognize, but anyways, good day to you too. Okay, so lovely. We have got lots of people joining us today. Amir Ismail is from Namibia, so thank you joining us all the way from Namibia. Omar is joining us from Pakistan. Yusuf is joining us from Dubai. We have Sharavanan joining us from India. Good to see people from all over the world. Someone, just missed Miraj from Lahore. Usman from KSA. I see a lot of people joining us from KSA today. Last time when we did our show, it was Dubai dominating. Yasser Nazir. See, one more from Dubai. Ibn Amin from Harun is saying, I want to see summer in Canada. Yeah, it is great here. Summer in Canada is great. So let's start with our question and answer, and I'm gonna take the questions. But first of all, I would like to announce a giveaway. So those of you who are joining us today, there will be a giveaway at the end of the show. And what you will be doing is you will be commenting with the hashtag AIA. When you comment with hashtag AIA, we're gonna run a giveaway, and the giveaway is a consultation, a free consultation, which is usually US $200, but we're gonna give it away to someone who wins today. So I'm gonna just quickly show you the hashtag. So giveaway hashtag would be hashtag AIA, and I'm just gonna quickly share with you the screen where you can basically this would be the screen. This would be the screen hashed, and I can see there is already one entry. So when you comment with hashtag AIA, you will be entered in the draw, and you will have a chance to win a free consultation with me, one-on-one. I promise. So let's do that. That's going to be just a little bit of fun, right? So we're going to do that, and I'm going to keep on announcing about this hashtag because I can see a lot of people are joining us a little late. So and if you are sharing the information with your friends or relatives or colleagues, just tell them comment with hashtag AIA, and you will be entered. Okay, so let's jump right into our question and answers. Let's see, who do we have as the first question? Okay, so someone joining us from YouTube, Amar, is saying, what is the total time period for PNPKs? So it is difficult to predict the time period for a PNPKs because it is an invitation-based system where you are either creating an express entry profile and registering yourself with a province. For example, you created your express entry profile and then you registered with Saskatchewan, for example, assuming that you qualify as well and assuming that you have required points as well. Saskatchewan will conduct draws and they will not invite everyone in their pool in one go. They would keep on inviting people, and it cannot be guaranteed that you're going to be invited. But the lead time, of course, is going to depend as to when you get invited by Saskatchewan. Same goes with any other province where there is no need to register with them. For example, Alberta and Ontario do not require you to register with them. All they require you to do is to create an express entry profile. So once you create express entry profile and you give your consent to Alberta and Ontario, allowing them to access your profile, they will have you, they can access, and if they select you from the pool, they will notify you. They will send you a letter of interest of invitation. So it is very, very difficult to generalize the time period required for a PNP case. But assuming that you get selected, then the province usually process applications very, very quickly. When they invite you and they ask you to submit an application to them, and you submit a full application without any missing documents and everything is in order, they will usually take 2 to 3 months to render a decision. And then, of course, you can claim 600 extra points in your express entry profile, and then you will wait for the next express entry draw. And if you get an invitation to apply, you submit your permanent residence application, and then background and security checks are conducted, medical exam is conducted, and if everything is in order, you get your permanent residence visa. All right. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Is coming from Bahar Ali, and he's saying that he is MSc honors in agriculture, and he is completing his last semester, which is equivalent to 18 years of studies. And he has found a course of agri-business management. So I'm assuming you're asking the course of action. Naturally, if you have found a course of agri-business management in Canada, and if you are interested in studying in Canada, you need to get admission and then apply for study permit visa at an embassy in your jurisdiction. Okay, but if you have further question about it, and if we could assist you in any way in securing admission or assisting you in your study permit application, please let us know. We'll be happy to assist you. Okay, let's see if we can get another question. Okay. Okay, so I think there is a follow-up question from Bahar that it's a Lambton College, Mississauga campus. He has a master's degree. Can I get admission and graduation? Okay, it's a very, very good question actually, because I've seen a lot of people who have master's degree, but they wish to pursue a degree which is actually lower than equivalence than what they already have. Um, you can get admission. There is no problem. The focus should be on the study permit application, right? Because the visa officer can ask you the question, can raise a concern as to why would you want to go for a program that is lower than your existing credentials. So you have to have a very strong reason as to why do you want to do that. My recommendation would be to go for a higher degree, because it makes a lot of sense for you to spend money and get a higher qualification. But if perhaps, I don't know, I mean, the officer might, in fact, be concerned that you're just using this program to get entry into Canada because you want to save some money, and that's why you want to go for a lower qualification. So think about it, and if you need any consultation one-on-one, just think about booking that, and I'll be happy to set aside my time. Or you can enter the giveaway today. And as I told before, the giveaway today is hashtag AIA. There you go, giveaway. Enter hashtag AIA in the comments below, and we'll enter you in our today's draw. Okay, let's move on to our next question. We'll see if we can take a few more. Okay. We have Usman from KSA joining us, and he says that he is based in KSA. He's an instrument engineer. He has 10 years of experience. And what are his chances of PR? What to do? So, Usman, naturally, when you are thinking about applying for Canada, you have to determine your eligibility. There is a very good tool available on the official immigration website of Canada, cic.gc.ca. You can do your research, see programs available, and you can also make an assessment of your eligibility. And there is a point calculator there as well. If you are interested in our team making a free assessment for you, it is also a very easy way. There is also, you can complete our assessment form on our website, amirismail.com. We have the website, the assessment forms available for skilled workers, businessmen, visitor, spousal sponsorship, parents sponsorship. So you can choose one of those, and we'll be happy to assist you. Okay, so let's see. We already have 25 entries, so it's wonderful. People are really interested in that consultation. I love to talk to people, right? Okay, we have Furkan joining us. Thank you very much, Furkan. Okay, so there is a question from Farah, and she's saying that her niece visitor visa, she's under 1 year, and due to some private reasons, parents can't take care of the kid. How can I make her to come with me in Canada? Please help me if there is any way. Okay, so Farah, you need to look into the adoption options. And there are certain countries where adoption is not allowed by Canada. Because of various reasons. So there have been some abuse reported in past regarding kids. So on generally, the processing officer would like to see whether there is a genuine relationship, and there is no such sort of an arrangement just to facilitate the entry of the child. The relationship had already been formed. So basically, you can't sponsor the child because doesn't come under the dependent definition, but might be an adoption case. So we can look into it based on various factors and information that you might give to us. So please feel free to get in touch with my team, and they'll be happy to make an arrangement to discuss this further. It's actually a little bit of complicated sort of a matter where you have to get permission from the provincial authorities, and then of course you have to apply for a visa with the federal government. So actually, these things do matter and are very relevant. Okay, so let's move on to our next question. And next question is coming from so many comments today to select from. Okay, so let's. Clara. Clara has kindly entered in the giveaway, and she's saying that she wants to visit Canada. I can assure you, you will be pleased to. The only thing is that we are waiting for the borders to open fully, and that's going to be very soon. Hopefully, Canada has already announced that they will allow at least the permanent residents and Canadians to avoid staying at a hotel. uh, there is a rule in place until 5th of July to for everyone to stay at a government designated hotel for 3 days at least, and subject to your test result coming out negative for the test that they take at the airport as well. You would be allowed to go home, and then you have to stay for 14 more days at home. But that rule is going to be eliminated for at least Canadian citizens, and then hopefully that's going to be for foreign nationals as well. But you have to be fully vaccinated, and there are 4 vaccines, that they would be considering for that, for such waiver. Otherwise, if not, then of course you might be allowed to come to Canada, but you'd be asked to stay at a hotel and then quarantine at a home as well. Okay, Mateen is joining us from Europe. Thank you. And which part of Europe? Please let us know. Zahir is joining us from KSA. Shanawaz is asking, is there any investor visa category? Yes, there is one investor visa category that is on hold at the moment, and that is called the Quebec Investor Program. And it's a very good program where you invest some money with the Canadian government's giving back to you after 5 years without any interest paid to you. But in the meantime, there are several other options available for entrepreneurs. Almost all provinces in Canada have their own entrepreneur program. So you can choose one of those if you have senior management experience, or if you have experience operating your own business, you have certain amount of net worth, and you present a viable, feasible business plan. And if that business plan is accepted by the provincial government, they might consider you. So complete our assessment form. Remember, we can provide you a free assessment of your eligibility under the entrepreneur or investor visa. Just visit our website, amirismail.com. We'll be happy to do that. Usman Zahid is saying, and has kindly entered in our giveaway today by commenting #AIA. He's an instrument engineer, 10 years experience. So we can determine your eligibility. Usman, provide us your CV, complete our assessment form. We'll let you know. Kashif is asking, what about business immigration? Is IELTS mandatory for business immigration? So IELTS is mandatory for business immigration in most of the programs. And the requirement for business immigration IELTS is quite low. It's usually 4.5 or 5. The purpose is that they understand that it's an English-speaking or French-speaking country, and French is spoken mainly in Quebec, and it is one of the official languages in New Brunswick as well. So if you are fluent in French and or English, you have you will be, able to operate your business more efficiently. So that is why they would ask you to prove your language skills. If you're interested in applying for business immigration, we recommend that you go for an IELTS test, and I think most of the people are able to score 4.5 bands. Okay, Clara is asking what are the required points. Okay, I don't know if your question is about the visitor visa or immigration, but if it is for visitor visa, as you indicated that you wish to visit Canada, there are no point-based system. You have to convince the visa officer that you are a genuine visitor. You would leave Canada at the end of the period authorized for your stay, and you can prove that by way of proving that you have sufficient ties with your home country, you have a stable job, you have a family outside Canada, and the purpose of visit makes sense. You are perhaps coming here for tourism, and for tourism, of course, you've been touring different countries, and now you want to come to Canada as well. So international travel sometimes is taken into account as well. I think most of the time is taken into account. Um, Visiting family, of course, family support is here. They want to see you, they want to meet with you. Business meetings, for example, of course, you have to document it, and if the officer is convinced that you wish to come to Canada on a temporary basis, and the purpose of visit is legitimate, and you're well established in your home country, your financial, economical, family situation wouldn't permit you to stay for a very long time in Canada, you will leave, they will issue you the visa. Okay, but if your question was regarding um, points for immigration, you can complete our assessment form. We can let you know. Okay. Okay, so there's someone who's recommending please use Urdu accent, and I don't know what Urdu accent is, but I would love to know that. Okay. Okay, because as someone who speaks Urdu, I know that I can either speak in Urdu or in English, but I don't know about the accent because I know my English accent is terrible. It's not my mother tongue, but I try. Okay, thanks for the recommendation, by the way. Okay, someone is asking, he's 40 years of age, master's degree, IELTS 6 and H. So, any question that we come across about the assessment, this can be addressed by way of you providing us further details in the form of a CV or completing our assessment form. Excuse me. So, complete our assessment form on our website, and we'll let you know. Okay. Okay, so Harun is saying, is it possible that if someone, friend, invite us and we get this visa done easily? So there is no such thing as easily. It's not easy. It's not difficult. It's on merit. And if your friend is inviting, it's one factor that is taken into account, which serves the purpose of, the reason why you wish to come to Canada. But I mean, there are a lot of people who come to Canada, they don't have an invitation from a friend or relative, but they still get it. And there are people who get invitation from friends or relatives, they still get a refusal. So it really depends how well documented your case is, and if the officer is convinced that you have sufficient ties in your home country that would compel you to go back. So it doesn't really, I don't think, in my point of view, it's a deciding factor that if a friend has invited you, you're gonna get your visa for sure. All right. Next question is coming from Ibn Amin. He's working as an operation manager in a bank retail branch since 5 years. What skill occupation is best for me in the list? Yeah, so Ibn Amin, I did a video about this, and I titled that video as the biggest mistake or the most common mistake people make when applying for immigration, and that is the choice of occupation. So I'm not too sure over the top of my head what would be the exact national occupation classification for this particular occupation, but I would recommend that you review the national occupation classification yourself, or our team can do it once we are on board and once you get in touch with us. What we basically do is we take your CV, we ask you to provide detailed job description anything and everything that you do from 9 to 5. And we then compare those job duties with the job duties available in the National Occupation Classification for various occupations. The biggest mistake people make is that they focus on the title of occupations available in NOC, and they then select a wrong occupation. And then once it comes to the invitation to apply, and when the visa officer asks you to submit documentation, the job letter, the employment letter, doesn't indicate the correct job description. I mean, it does indicate the correct job description that you're performing, but those are not matching with the occupation that you have selected as primary occupation. So it is very important that you select the right occupation. And sometimes it is actually detrimental to choose a wrong occupation for on the prospects of you getting a provincial nomination, because provinces usually focus on the occupations, and sometimes your occupation is in demand in one province, and you have chosen a wrong occupation in your express entry profile, and that is why you're being ignored by provinces. So it's very, very important. We'll be happy to assist you. Complete our assessment form. We'll get back to you. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the next entry. And before we do so, a reminder that our giveaway is here. You need to enter hashtag AIA, and we'll put you in the giveaway. So we'll take a little break, a very short break, and when we come back, we'll resume our question and answer. Okay, welcome back, and we are taking more questions. Another reminder, giveaway, enter hashtag AIA, and we'll enter you in our draw today. Okay, so let's take another question. I just lost track of all the questions that we have answered so far. Let's see. Okay, so I got that. Okay, so we have Muhammad Naveed Khan. He's a BCom degree holder, which he obtained in 2003. He's 46 years of age. He's got finance and HR experience. Is it possible for him to get PR? Yeah, it appears to be. It appears that you are losing significant points in the educational factor, and you're losing points in the age factor as well. I start deducting points from age 30, so you have lost a lot of points. In fact, all of points going to be lost at age 47. So I think it's a weak case in terms of points. We can make an assessment, but I'm not very hopeful about it. Depending on your experience, if it is a senior management experience, you might qualify under a business category, and if you have sufficient net worth as well, so we can do that. Okay, and Sultan Nazia has joined us from Pakistan. Thank you. Leila Ashraf has joined us. Yes, finally, Leila. I think the last time we were not able to get you in because of your internet connection. Okay. Okay. Ali Raza is saying, any predicted timeline for express entry PR with all required documents and points with consultation of AIE? Okay, so once you get your invitation to apply, the Canadian government processes application within 6 months. If your question is about the overall processing time from the day you start your process and you create your express entry profile, so there are many factors in play. Your overall points, if these are in the vicinity of 460 to 470, we might be able to predict that yes, you have a chance of being invited for permanent residence very quickly, because we know that the trend for pass rank is usually 460 to 470 points. But if it is lower, then you might be relying on a provincial nomination. Naturally, you have to deal with the province first. So these factors play a role. These add up in the processing time. These are called lead time. When you get your invitation to apply, you then add 6 more months of processing. So overall processing time could be different for people, but yes, 6 months is the processing time after you get your invitation to apply. And even then, there could be some variation for people if there are further background and security checks required. Naturally, they would take longer. Okay. Fazal Ahmed Faruqi is asking, what is the scope of exhibition professionals finding work in Canada? How tough is it on a table of 1 to 10, with 10 being easy? So I will give it a 10. Um, you can apply for jobs, you can approach employers directly, or you deal with a licensed recruiter based in Canada, verify they are licensed, and you make sure that you don't pay anyone any money toward finding you jobs. It is difficult because employers are required to prove that they didn't find a single suitable Canadian to fulfill that job. But if they are successful in convincing the Labor Department that they have done their best to find a suitable employee here in Canada, and they should be allowed, and if the Labor Department find it justified, they will allow them to sponsor you, and you can come to Canada. Okay, so people are entering in our draw. Okay, so Lala Ashraf is saying that she wants to do free assessment as a skilled worker. You're very welcome to do so. Complete our assessment form. Our team is going to make an assessment in 2 business days, get back to you within 2 business days, guaranteed. And it's going to be free. Okay. Mr. Uragzai, thank you for joining us again. It's a pleasure having you. Jakub is saying he's pursuing MBA in business analytics from UK. He wants to pursue a course in business analytics from Canada. So it is the same route. If you took admission in UK and apply for the visa, the same goes here in Canada as well. You get admission in the course and then apply for the visa, and you need to document that the purpose of your coming to Canada is genuine. You're a genuine student. You're going to complete your studies, and you're going to leave Canada. And how would that course help you in your career, right? So document that well, because usually the student visa, there is a high rate of student visa refusal for Canada. The officers are very vigilant and cautious when they issue visa. So document it very nicely. Okay. We have more people joining us and more questions. Let's take them one by one. Okay. Another reminder, giveaway, enter hashtag AIA. Okay. So Asif Ali Khan is saying after 50, can we apply for PR? So there is no bar in applying. Age is one of the factor. If you still qualify, if you still meet the minimum requirement, you can still be a prospective candidate. But yes, age plays a very important role. If you cross a certain age level, then you start losing points. And if you have lost significant points, your overall score goes down considerably, and that affects your chances of being selected. Okay. So let's see. Okay, Iram has tagged one of her friends. Thank you very much for doing so. Okay, Yakub has a follow-up question. He is 36, has 14 years of experience in hotel industry. So we're going to make an assessment, Yakub, for sure. We'll need more information about your job description, dates of employment, so that we can place you in the correct occupation. And Mr. Orakzai has the follow-up question that he wants to immigrate from UAE. That's going to be wonderful. Lala is saying extensive experience of working in development sector seems like it's not helping her in getting to the skill category. So Lala, there is no occupation list as such in the federal skilled worker program. They would consider any occupation that falls under NOCO A and B. So, and we have some videos on our channel explaining what is an NOC code, National Occupation Classification, and what O, A, and B corresponds to. But in short, there shouldn't be any problems unless you are depending on a provincial nomination where occupation does play a role. There could be an occupation in demand list, and your profession might not be there, or maybe you are targeting an occupation that is not fitting your profile correctly, because as I indicated in one of the recent videos, that a lot of people focus on the title of occupation in the National Occupation Classification rather than the job duties. So it's important to look at the job duties matching with the job duties of the occupation you select. And sometimes there is a mistake, honestly. So we can do that. Iram has kindly tagged more of her friends. I really thank you for doing that. Okay, Hassan has a question, and he's saying that he's based in KSA. His wife has 7 years experience in teaching um, without teaching license. And are they eligible to get PR? I think she's been teaching online. Um, or is there any other option with this experience? So, Hassan, the definition of experience is that it has to be paid and full time or full time equivalent, and you have to fulfill certain number of hours for it to be considered full time. So, if her experience is meeting that definition, she's being compensated, she's employed by a company, for example, or even if she is self-employed, if she has evidence that she has been investing certain number of hours per day, per week, and she's being compensated as well, experience is going to be counted. There is no such requirement of that experience should be with a license, unless you are working in a profession that does mandatorily require licensing. For example, a doctor, you can't work as a doctor overseas even without a license. So if you apply as a doctor, I choose your profession as a, say, general physician, the officer would be interested in saying that whether you have an MD or MBBS degree or not. But in most of the cases, when you're applying as a teacher, it is understood that in some countries there is no licensing requirement to be able to work as a teacher. And experience as a teacher without a license is considered for the purpose of immigration. Once you come to Canada, of course, you will be required to get right kind of credentials, be it licensing or additional courses, registration, certification. That will be important. We will be posting a video that I did randomly while driving to my work, and I actually talked about this important topic that people do need to get licensing and certification, and they might want to dig a little deeper before even coming here by contacting the licensing bodies to know what are the requirements, first of all, to familiarize themselves with the steps involved in getting a license, and also to see if there are any courses they can do or any step they can take while being in their home country. So that saves a lot of time, actually. Okay, another very quick reminder, we have a giveaway coming up shortly. Enter hashtag AIA and you will be entered in our giveaway, which is a one-on-one consultation free of cost, which usually is priced at 200 to 250 US dollars. So you can get that if you enter. Okay. Clara saying thank you. Okay. Lubna Shah is asking, what is the total amount required to apply for Canadian PR? So, if your question is regarding the fees involved, Canadian government charges a certain amount of fee. Um, but if you're, and it's available on the CIC website, processing fee is called, and then they have a right of permanent resident fee as well. So, a calculation can be made if you know the size of your family. And also, you need to bring in some certain amount with you. These are called settlement funds, usually around $13,000 for a single applicant, and you can add roughly $3,000 to $4,000 more. But there are exact figures available on the CIC website, so you can determine the amount that you need to bring into Canada, and plus the amount that you will be spending in terms of processing fees uh, and other things that are involved. For example, educational credential assessment or language testing fee. So all these need to be taken into account. Mr. Aurangzeb has a follow-up question, microbiologist in pharmaceutical company. So when you provide all this information by way of your CV, our team is going to make a full assessment of your eligibility. Lubna has a follow-up question. She's a pharmacist and she has 6 years of experience. And what are the chances of get visa? And which one is more suitable, job visa or PR? So job visa, you are definitely not going to be able to secure. It's a regulated occupation. You need a license to practice as a pharmacist in Canada. So no company would be interested in hiring you before you get that license, and you can get that license once you become a PR. So basically, apply for PR, get your PR status, come to Canada, get your license, and start working. The chances can be determined by way of an assessment. Get in touch with my team, and we will make an assessment. Our website, www.amirismail.com, has a free assessment form available, complete, and we'll get back to you in 2 business days, and it's a free assessment. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Tamur, for the appreciation. Yeah, I mean, this change, a lot of people are appreciating it. Thank you. Anas is saying 20 years experience, sales management. Wonderful to know. Anas, we would like to know more about you, your age, your educational qualification. So send us your CV or complete our assessment form. Uh, Wonderful. Okay. Kamal is asking, is it true that application through PNP requires 2 years stay in that province? Which province is welcoming immigrants without job? Is it feasible to get a job in other provinces while offshore? Mm, very, very important. When you apply for a provincial nomination, you basically are telling the province that you are interested in residing in that province. You are showing your true allegiance to that province. So you are expected to stay in that province. And it is morally good as well that the province that is helping you get 600 extra points that would sort of guarantee your selection in the next express entry draw. That province deserves some attention, right? And of course, you should not be reminded of your pledge to that province that got you into Canada, that helped you get 600 points and get Canadian permanent residence. So yeah, I would recommend that if you get your nomination by a province, and you get 600 points that enables you to become a permanent resident, give that province a chance. Go there, stay there, work. And if at the end of the day, despite your utmost efforts, despite your true hard work, if you still fail to establish yourself in that province, then you might be justified in moving to another province. But I would always recommend that respect um, that help that province extended you with the hope that you're going to come and stay with them. So please do that, and you'll be okay. Okay, so let's move on to another question. Yusra is saying you are eligible for. I think she's responding to another person's query. We have Hasibur Rahman saying, is there any option available for 46 years old? So, Hasif, age is but one factor, right? There are other factors: educational qualification, work experience, language skills, level of experience as a senior manager might be one option that might qualify you in another category called the entrepreneur category. Um, there could be a relative residing in a province such as Manitoba, which encourages a close connection with that province. So, age is very important, of course. It can cause you lose a lot of points when you grow older, but there are other factors as well. So, we can look into those factors and we can make an assessment of your eligibility. Okay. Okay, so yeah, tagging from Naveed, thank you very much. People are leaving hashtags and they are entering into the pool. Sana Anjum Farooq is asking, what are the best channel to apply teaching in Canada with PR? So, if your question is to apply job with PR, I might not be able to answer because I don't deal in arranging jobs, and we are not allowed to. No one is allowed to arrange jobs and charge money from job seekers. It's illegal and an indictable offense. So we are not. Um, but if you're asking about the PR, there are various options. We have the federal skilled worker program. We have provincial options, which can get you 600 extra points. We can look into your profile and we can let you know whether you qualify. Okay, so we were to have our international director, Khwaja Numan, joining us today as well. We're waiting for him to join, and we'll add him to the screen as well to assist me with answering questions. And people are entering our uh, giveaway tool today, giveaway contest today. And the giveaway is a free one-on-one consultation next week. Okay, so we have more questions coming in. Abdul Wasi is saying, how can someone apply for Canada from Pakistan as a teacher? So the same route for any other occupation, you have to apply for permanent residence by way of one of the available routes, federal skilled worker program, or be nominated by a province and get permanent residence status. If you wish to know your eligibility, get in touch with us. Lela is saying, appreciating the effort of for yours to take out time to guide. Thank you very much for the appreciation. Faiz Ahmed Faruqi, you're welcome. Thank you. So people are entering our giveaway. Sanju Murthy is asking about NOC 1123. What are the opportunities in Canada? Sanju, if you're asking about your job prospects, I would recommend that you explore the website Working in Canada. That website would provide you the outlook of various NOCs, professions, occupations in at the national level, provincial level, and even on city and town level, and you'll be able to know. And he has a follow-up question: when will FSW draw resume? So we don't really have a date. We can only make a speculation based on the historical data we have. Last year also, the Canadian government started FSW sometimes in September. So yeah, I'm hoping that it starts in August and September, but this time around you might have seen the trend that they are focusing more on the Canada Experience class applicants. So even if they don't resume it until the end of this year, they still have a hefty inventory of applicants under Canada Experience class, and you have seen that PNP draws have not stopped as well. So let's hope for the best. We don't have a date, but hopefully this is going to happen. One good thing, one positive thing that we know is that the number of people Canada is targeting to welcome this year has been increased to 401. So even though we can say that Canada has a lot of inventory of Canada Experience class applicants, these are all exiting from the pool, making space for more applicants. Plus, it also is giving some hope for FSW applicants that they will be considered toward the end of the year if Canada is to achieve the target of 401. So let's hope for the best. We are keeping our fingers crossed. Okay. More people are joining our hashtag. So Ibn Amin is saying, what is occupation in demand list? So there is no occupation in demand list for the federal program at least, but there are occupations in demand in various provinces. Provinces have these occupations according to their labor market, and you need to visit provincial immigration website of each province to see which province has which occupation in demand. Okay. Well, I saying I'll seek guide from reps of yours. Yeah, so you can get in touch with us directly in Toronto, and I deal with each and every client personally. Okay, so that will be wonderful to deal with you personally. Okay, so you guys don't need to uh, hashtag multiple times. It's gonna still get you only one entry. Okay. Osman Akbar, thank you for getting in our giveaway tool. Shariar is saying that he wants to apply for work. He's 28, customer service executive experience. He's done IATA courses. So, Shariar, you need to approach the prospective employers directly or deal with a licensed recruiter in Canada, and don't pay any money to anyone, even if they're claiming to be licensed recruiters in Canada, because we are not allowed to, and no one is allowed to charge any money from job seekers. So be careful. Don't pay any money if someone is helping you in finding work in Canada. Okay. Okay. Muhammad Adil is asking, any appropriate PNP requiring electrical power system engineering professionals? Okay. So yeah, I don't really remember over the top of my head if this profession is in demand, most likely in Saskatchewan, but we'll have to look into it. My assessment team works day and night to determine the eligibility and placing people in the right categories and recommending them the right province, because it's very important. We go through the details of all the provincial programs. And the reason why we do that from scratch for every applicant is because the requirement changes frequently. The occupation in demand in provinces, the list changes frequently. So get in touch with our team and we'll be happy to find the correct province for you. Okay. Okay, Masood Bashir is asking a question. Can we switch visit visa to work permit while living there on visit? And also, could you please mention success ratio for both federal skill and visit and cost, please? So, Masood, there is no such thing as switching the visa. If you are on a visit visa and you're here in Canada, there is no advantage that because you're here, you can get a work permit. You would still be required to find a job and then get that job be opinionated by the Labor Department. We call it a labor market impact assessment that is done by your employer. So regardless of your location, you will go through the same procedure. There is no switching. You will be applying for work permit separately, right? So it's not switching. You will have to go through the same procedure. No advantage as such. And success ratio, you need to see whether you are meeting the minimum requirement and what is your ranking in federal skilled worker program. So while there is no pass rank as such, but based on the historical data, we have seen that, and the current trend, we have seen that usually the pass rank hovers around 460 to 470. So if you've got that kind of points, we can say that you have good enough chances of being selected under the federal program. But if not, then you will be relying on a provincial program. And in both programs, whether provincial or federal, we can't determine the lead time as to when are you going to be selected by a province or federal government. So that lead time cannot be determined. It can be 1 day for someone, it can be 1 year for someone. But after you get your invitation to apply, 6 months is the processing time. And success ratio, as I told you, really depends. We can say with certain amount of certainty in federal program based on the points at least. But then, of course, even if you're meeting all the requirements, you are still subjected to medical checks, background security checks. So overall, we can make a generalized assumption about the success, but we can't say much in this invitation based regime where you wait for the invitation from the federal government or the provincial governments, and then we can determine your eligibility. Visit visa, it will all depend on your ties to home country, the purpose of visit, your international travel. So many factors are in play. So that can be determined once we have a full information about your profile. Cost also is important to know, and it's a big decision, so you wouldn't want to know as to how much we would be spending. So when we make a free assessment of your eligibility, we give you a cost structure as well, which involves the government fee, the settlement funds that you'll be bringing in, the fee that we charge as your representative, and you would then decide whether you wish to proceed further. Okay. So a very, very quick reminder about our giveaway today. Enter hashtag AIA to be able to enter in our giveaway. And the giveaway today is a free consultation. Okay, Kamal is saying, which province welcome immigrants without job? So over the top of my head, Saskatchewan has a program that doesn't require you to have a job. Alberta, Ontario, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, these are the provinces. Provinces that do require you to have a close connection or a job offer include, if I'm not mistaken, British Columbia, Manitoba, I would say even Atlantic provinces under the Atlantic immigration program. Yukon would require you to have, in fact, 2 job offer. Okay, so let's see. Clara is asking, do you assist in student visa? Yes, Clara, we have been assisting students for the last 30 years in coming to Canada. And we also assist in securing admission, and we have lots and lots of reputable universities and colleges on our panel. And we also assist in the second phase of student visa process, which is applying for study permit, which is, I think, the most important one. And we'll be happy to assist. Zahra Zedi saying, when is next FSW draw expected? So as I indicated earlier, we are hoping these to be in August and September. It can be earlier. There can be no FSW draw even, because you might have seen the trend that Canadian government is reducing the CRS points for Canada Experience class applicants in each subsequent draw, so as to facilitate more and more Canada Experience class applicants. So they do have a big inventory of students here graduating, getting experience. So yeah, we don't really know, but we can hope for the best. Okay. Farouk, thank you very much for joining us. Musaddiq is asking, is it feasible to take IELTS before starting immigration process? It is not feasible, Musaddiq. It is mandatory, right? You can't apply for immigration without IELTS. So if you're considering applying for immigration, yeah, I'm talking about the federal skilled worker program and provincial program as a economic applicant, economic class applicants. Okay. Farooq Nizam is asking, when are you coming to Pakistan? So I'm looking forward to visiting Pakistan. I visit other countries as well, but of course, you know the reason. Travel has been restricted, but I'm going to do that as soon as possible. Okay, ZZ is saying, can I apply a spousal visa with a Canadian citizen from Dubai? Okay, so Pakistani passport holder. So I'm assuming that you are a Canadian citizen or your spouse is a Canadian citizen. You both are residing in Dubai, and can you sponsor him or her while staying outside Canada? So yes, the Canadian law allows only the Canadian citizens to sponsor their spouses while being outside Canada. That is possible, but the officer would like to see what are the intentions of your spouse and yourself. whether you do have plans to establish in Canada once your spouse is granted permanent residence. This privilege is not being extended to permanent residents. If you're a permanent resident, you cannot sponsor your spouse while you are staying outside Canada. You have to be residing in Canada. Okay. Okay, so let's take a few more questions. Okay, we are already 1 hour. Time flies. We have to wrap it up very, very quickly. Um, Farouk is saying his IELTS is expiring next month. Can he keep his EE and SINP hopes alive by writing my IELTS GE again and going with a university admission? Or do I have to give IELTS academic? Does the university give admission with IELTS academic? Okay, so IELTS journal is expiring, so you need to make sure that you update your EE profile before it expires. Otherwise, your EE is going to expire. Um, SINP, I believe they are flexible. Even if your EE expires and you create a new one, you can write to them and you can update them with your new EE profile, and you can also provide them your new IELTS score. Hope that works. And for university admission, mostly they require the academic IELTS, which is not acceptable for immigration purposes. So if you're going for admission, naturally you will be giving two IELTS then, if that obviously is going to expire next month, the general one. So you'll be going for the general track, you'll be going for the academic track if you're going for the admission as well. You can't use the academic one for the immigration or vice versa. Okay. Okay. Adil saying thank you. Welcome. Saklan is saying, please guide about sponsor in Canada. Saklan, if you're talking about family sponsor, a Canadian citizen or permanent resident can sponsor their spouses, their kids, their parents, their grandparents. I don't know of any other sponsors, unless it's a refugee sponsor case where a group of 5 can sponsor a family or someone in a affected area in the world. So you can explore that option. Okay, so not more people are getting registered for our giveaway tool, giveaway contest that we're gonna. Okay, missed the answer. If you get visit visa and while staying on visitor visa status, can we switch visit to work permit? No, you cannot switch your visitor visa to work permit. You cannot. You have to go through the same process of getting a labor market impact assessment and then apply for a work permit. Okay, and it has to be applied overseas. The first status has to be applied outside Canada, right? So that needs to be taken into account. So you can get in touch with our team by way of our WhatsApp number. I'll just show it to you right now. And you can also email us. Just let me very quickly scroll through. There's the WhatsApp numbers hidden behind your comment, 647-835-0660. So it's a text-based system. You need to text our team and they are going to guide you with the assessment process, or you can simply visit our website, www.amirismail.com, and fill out our assessment form. Okay, let's go back to the questions. We have a few more minutes. Ali Ahmed is saying his wife's education is BA. Is it possible for us to apply in any stream or for study visa on the basis of this education? She has 6 years gaps in her study. So yeah, it is usually difficult to apply for. I mean, it's not difficult to apply. You can always apply, but maybe you have to put in more effort in convincing the visa officer at the study permit stage as to why do you wish to study after such a gap. So, and as a mature student, so we can look into that. B.A. is basically B.A. is equivalent to a Canadian bachelor's degree, so it's a good educational qualification and may be suitable for a for federal program or provincial program. So complete our assessment form. We'll let you know. So client has sister-in-law residing in Canada. So sister-in-law cannot sponsor you. because your next question, I think, is can she sponsor me? So she cannot sponsor you, but she can get you 15 extra points. They give 15 extra CRS points, so it's good. Faisal Nadeem is saying immigration options for British citizens. So British citizens or not, the immigration options for everyone are same, right? Doesn't give you any privilege, but what is taken into account is your age, educational qualification, work experience, language skills. Okay, Masood Bashir, you're welcome. Farooq is asking last query: can I visit your Karachi office with my documents to know whether I can go for university admission with a SINP and E profile? I know dual intent is allowed, but still, will it make my case weak for secure admission? So Farooq, I deal with my clients directly. If you visit the Karachi office, we have the local staff coordinating with me. They cannot counsel you. They are not allowed to counsel clients. So you better deal with me. I'll be um, able to help you, right? And I can be directly contacted by email. We have a WhatsApp number, and my team is going to let you know how can you book a consultation with me. There is no need to visit and deal with local staff who are not licensed to provide immigration counseling. Deal with someone who is allowed to, and you will be happy. Samina is saying that she is a public health specialist, but her age is 53. Can she apply? Her friend is in Canada, but no blood relatives. Samina, it will be a challenge to meet the minimum requirements because you're losing considerable, in fact, all points in the age factor. We can look into it, but I don't think that you would be able to cut the grid because of your age factor. But you are very welcome to provide us details in the form of a CV, and our team will be happy to make an assessment, let you know whether you qualify or not. Okay. Okay. Ali Ahmed is saying how much IELTS score should they have for provincial programs. So different provincial programs have different requirements, but most of them will require you to create an express entry profile. And to create the express entry profile, you need to have 6 bands at least. Okay. So yeah, target that, but strive for the best. Another question coming from Ilyas. He's saying he's an IT professional. He has international certification. Um, would he require IELTS for immigration? Yes, you will require IELTS for immigration. It's regardless. Whether you are fluent in English or not, you have to prove it by way of a language test. Farooq Nizam Arain is okay. He's just entering the AIE hashtag. Okay. So again, the giveaway hashtag today is AIA. Okay. So we hope we have enough of them. In fact, we already have close to, I think, 37 entries at the moment. Okay, so let's see if we can get a few more questions before we run our giveaway context. Okay. Okay, so I think we are done with all our questions, unless we could see a few more. So we are ready to run our contest hashtag AIA. Just gonna give you one more minute. In the meantime, I think let's see. We can get a few more questions while you guys enter the pool. While applying for PNP program, should we be restricted to select only one province, or can we use multiple province in on apply? When you are creating your express entry profile, Ibn Amin, there'll be a question asked whether you give consent to one province or all provinces or some provinces. So you can select all if you want to. There are no restrictions, okay? And you can apply to various provinces. There are no restrictions, okay? Samina Costa is saying, please make your blog for giving updates, information regarding immigration. So, Samina, we do have a blog, and I would encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook channels. We do provide updates. We also update people through various other channels as well. In fact, we are very active on Instagram as well. Search for Amir Ismail and you'll find us. But yes, we do have a blog on our website. It does need a little bit of more attention. I'm pretty sure about it. But I would encourage you to join our live as well, because it's pretty easy to interact, and I love to interact with people. So yeah, wonderful. Let's see if we can run our AIA contest. So let me share the screen with you guys so that we know what we are doing. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Okay, so this is okay, we have there. Okay, so hashtag AIA. We need, we are seeing some more entries coming in. So I don't know if you are, will be allowed now or not, because we are now good to go, I guess. Let's see who would be the winner for today's. Yeah. So yeah, Farooq, there'll be no need to comment. The system is going to ban you if you're going to keep on commenting AIE hashtag. Don't do that. You will not be selected. Yeah, I see that you have commented at least 25 times in last few seconds. But it's not going to help you. You might get selected anyways, right? Okay. Okay, so let's run the draw right now. Okay, so we have a winner, Zainab Jamal. Wonderful. And I believe she was already in consultation with me last week. I don't know. She got selected again. I think we're gonna run one more time just to give a fair chance to everyone, right? Because Zainab had one consultation last time. We're gonna have one more with her again. She's very lucky to win it again. Uh, we're gonna draw once again. Let's see. Okay. Bahar Ali. Okay. Congratulations, Bahar. Okay, wonderful. So I look forward to uh, getting in touch with you, Bahar, for your free consultation next week. Our team is going to give you or send you a message, and we will then get in touch with you. Okay. Okay, that was wonderful, and it was the first time that we ran this giveaway, and we hope to do that, continue to do it the next time. Okay, yeah, you're very welcome, Bar. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today, and we look forward to getting in touch with all of you next week. Remember to join us. Um, every Friday, uh, 10 or 11 a.m. We usually come online at 11 a.m., but this time around we did it at 10 a.m. EST. But usually uh, 11 a.m. EST. So remember and bookmark our channels, and please like and share so that more people could benefit from these question and answer sessions. And if you wish to get in touch with our team, www.amirismile.com or the WhatsApp 647-835-0660. Okay. So until next Friday, see you all later. Thanks.